Okay. Yo, what's up? I am now in Jane mode. Don't feel that I need to change my voice too much. It is a more relaxed voice usually than normal. Yeah, I can say that with a fair amount of confidence because Jane knows how to control bass. In fact, I really don't need to talk too much when I look like this. But when there's nobody else around, I will. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here is Jane mode. Lots of process that did not go documented, particularly with the shaving. Very hairy, but with an artist's dedication, chiseling away at the shell of Jonathan, layers go away and more of Jane is revealed. Now I speak John's language, so I have a lot of the masculine understandings and the playfulness of John, but also the frustrations of John. But I have more space-holding abilities in this form. I really don't need to talk as much in a group setting. But on my own, it's easy to talk like this. It's more of a channeling session. She wants to be in front of the camera. She has the energy that can lasso the camera beast. And it is a beast to people. People are scared of it. Some people are. So they really shouldn't be in front. They should be manning the cameras, being the editors, or doing something else behind the scenes. But yeah, here is the end result, the product of Jane mode. Different insights than Jonathan. Speak a lot of the same language, though. Another type of personality, another person on board on my Starship Enterprise. Now, this is what shamans normally do. They have multiple people on board on their Starship Enterprise, and it's good to have them in the tribe, because then you can spot the dark shamans. You need someone to combat those who use this schizophrenic power. Dark magic, having multiple personalities, is scary when it's someone that doesn't know how to navigate that thing properly. And the shamans are usually the ones that are the sanctioned multiple personalities because of the crucial insights they actually give to the tribe that they're in. So if you can find your own shaman, and usually the last rational place that they have to go is Hollywood or acting, because it's a safe way for them to channel their characters out. And calling it acting helps a lot of people that don't necessarily understand a shaman archetype, shapeshifter being, androgynous type of being. It's just maybe it's just better for everybody if they make it known that they are an actor with a spiritual discipline backing their acting. So shamans usually are natural actors. But anyways, this is the Gen mode. How are you tonight? I really don't like to talk as much when I look at this. In fact, I just like to hold the space for your bass. I do like to be seen though, and noticed. Acknowledge me. I can give you crucial insights when you do want to talk and hear me, hear my language. But yeah. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is the complete aftershot. This is the product. This is the end result. This is Jane mode. I do have different insights as Jane, but I do speak the same language as John. So that's just some crucial information for you. A shamanic archetype knows and brings into the light their multiple personalities. They don't want to beat around the bush. So they work at mastering a discipline, spiritual discipline, to help them make sense of their personality archetype. the shapeshifters and multiple personalities are usually shamans, because it's the weirdest yet most creative dimension of the spiritual. Archetypes, helpers, allies. When we want to become that, the priest is usually a more disciplined type of being. They leave the multiple personalities to the shamans because that's where they specialize. The priests have their own discipline. It's usually in some sacred text. They master it, they know it, and they add to it. They get a new, yet old, ancient language, and they help glitch it, they add to it, they evolve it. So it's the ancient, organic language that all of them, priests, shamans, and anybody else is a healer. Maybe even an integrative modern healer that knows that there's something else beyond popping a certain pill, or just, sewing on a leg, or chopping off a leg. Frankenstein, basically. There's more to us living creatures that we have not even begun to scratch the surface of here in the West, the Western psyche, that which is mystified and stranged out by spiritual things. It really doesn't understand it, doesn't feel comfortable with it, doesn't feel at home. That's because we're coming from the rational, scientific, Western matrix. It does acknowledge psychological domains, enhancements, retardation in the psyche, and these can be equated to some angels and demons in other realms. So I think psychology is where the merger is going to be, and improving our language and understanding of psychology, which is the dark side. It's investigating what's actually in our minds, and when people start investigating what's really down there, when they get away from consuming the other people's games, and the other people's editing, the other people's shows, other people's reports, when you want to get off of that matrix and start producing your own, you really need to work on your own shadow work, because when you're going to become someone that's getting a lot of stuff out there to a lot of people, what information are you getting out to them? Is it just a place? It's not just a place for you to dump your garbage, right? Or is it? I don't know, you decide. Just talking. It's easier for me to just talk as Jane. I'm not as attached to the words. I don't want to try to be right in this form. Jonathan form wants to try to be right. He wants to play all the right tunes for all the right tribes, because he has somewhere to be. Jane doesn't have somewhere to be. She's here as long as she gets to be represented. Don't squelch my voice. It's a stealth language that I do. I sacrifice talking as much. Maybe I don't. I'm talking about in a group context. But there's no group here, so I'll just talk to you guys.